بث او فيديو اللي يجي هو بعدين بتصير ما ادري هو بث دحين بخليه بعدين فيديو اذا ربي يقدرني. حياكم الله في الحلقة الثامنة تختيم فاينل فانتسي 16. معاكم طلال لحالي اليوم، ما معايا حمني. اخر شيء وصلنا له في التختيم يوم واجهنا تايتن. تواجهنا معاه 4 مرات اتوقع، يخرب بيته. افتكر ضغط معاه بتايتن، بعدين تواجهت معاه وقبلها اصلا تواجهت معاه بهيئة العادية ما ادري كم بار، هزمته بعدين راح وهزمته، بعدين واجهته مع عملاق هزمته، بعدين واجهته لوست تايتن، بعدين هزمته، بعدين واجهته مرة ثانية تايتن وهزمته. بس كانت المواجهة مرة ممتعة. اليوم بنكمل في القصة. الظاهر راح يكون هدفنا القادم اللي هو شو اسمهم الولوديين يقولوا لهم. الزبدة راح يمكن يكون هدفنا القادم اودن، اعتقد كذا. هو الظاهر انه حيكون عدونا. وبهيمة بالنسبة لبهيمة ما ادري متى حنواجهه ولا كيف وضعه، ماني عارف ايش حيصير معه مع جوشوا. والله اللعبة لين ذحين ممتع صراحة. استمتعت في المواجهات حق الدوميننت كلها اسطورية صراحة، مرة خرافية. الان واجهنا فول تيم. والله نحن الساعة 9 نحن اعتقد كل يوم الساعة 9. امس ما اعتقد سوينا، انا ما كنت موجود. انت بصحة وسلامة، الله يسعدك. في العادة نحن نبث الساعة 9 فيفا برو كلوب.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
خلاص المرة ذي أكيد ميت.
All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right
now. باقي لنا الكريستالتين.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
باقي لنا كريستالتين، واحدة عند الملكيين وواحدة عند الإمبراطورية.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you.
والله حمني المفروض جاي بس ما ادري فينه. الحين اجيبه اصبر.
The conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Suggest that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Walooders.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave, as did his men, slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Walooders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The kingdom of Walood claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake? A mother crystal for Waloed. It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
عندي إحساس أودن القتال حقه راح يكون أسطوري.
In summary,
شكله الحاله خرافي.
to attend the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
يلا مشينا. طبعا المهام الجاية راح تكون حاجات شوية كذا مملة حبتين. دائما كذا مسوين ما ادري ليش. حركة معفنة لكن بعد ما تخلص مواجهة جامدة يخلوك تتكلم ناس كثير.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
عندك أسلحة عندك شيء؟
And what can I do for you? Finished, are you?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Back, are ya? So, what'll it be?
ما في سيف.
Anything else?
من هنا هذا حق الكتب. ايه
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right.
Has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
بس من هو ذا الحين؟
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you.
اي فهمت.
It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
قرأ وش هنا؟ زين بس ما بقرأ. ما قال. مين كان هنا؟ مد. ايه مد.
I think Mid might need some help.
مد.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up.
بناخذ السفينة شكله بنروح للمملكة.
I'll come and see my dad
عن طريق البحر.
when I'm done, whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
اصلا الثاني نقدر حداد ابويا كيف تصنع الحاجات هذه. في طريق من هنا؟ ما كنا مشيت من هنا.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
It hasn't been I went up to give some greens to the dock
Thor.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know.
Krieger's Teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
فين نجيبها أصلا؟ موجودة في السفينة يعني؟
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these 2 lucky souls is going with you?
جيب قاف.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're on.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supply.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
وكأنه بعيد شوية المكان عشان تروح تجيب منه تراب. اوه درمل. درمل اسمه اصلا درمل. ايه درمل. هلا نسيت اسمك.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this stardust stuff as we can.
عشان بنحملها.
I don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it though. I asked over in Dalamil and they seem to think it was worthless. But if stardust is what Blackthorn wants, stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is stardust. It just looked like black sand to me.
ما ادري ايش بيسوي له. غبار النجوم. مكاني صح ولا طلعت انا من المنطقة؟ اوكي طلعت.
Should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
والله جمع كيس كامل.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Yeah, good.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain? Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
إلى المخبأ.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
يلا صنع المحرك.
Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
لوست وينج. إذا الإمبراطورية نقلت هنا معناته ما في حد ساكن هنا؟ ولا ما زال موجودين لكن نقلوا العاصمة؟
Good day to you.
فين رايح أنا؟ كيف أطلع هنا؟ أوه طبعا. يا رب الظلام ما أشوف شيء زي الناس. طريقي صح؟ بعدين نور فيك موت. ايزي.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming.
عفوا.
The, ruins are just
Fair
over
enough.
there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
اقتله.
Of course. I'll be right back.
فينك يا جبان؟
Anybody home?
هذا هاريمان ما ادري ايش، رايمان ما ادري ايش.
Time to go.
اي الحركة هذه ما ادري ايش تسوي لكن ايش قاعد تسوي؟ اوه مسكين. يا ابو شكلك احا الزرار كويس يا كلب. حيوان مزعج.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
editors started reading books that don't have any pictures. Why would anyone want to do that?
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
I went up to give some greens to the druid.
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice
السلام
over
عليكم.
to keep it from rotting.
عليكم السلام
And
ورحمة الله.
Obelisk complains that without
أنا
a
تعبت من أول ما
supplies,
كميوت.
اليوم بختار ميوت.
من أول ما كميوت ما أدري وين متى.
Speak of a preparation
لا تسالف.
known as moon dew. It is
إيه،
said
لا
to be able to
ممتاز.
resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, no
أنت
would build their castle walls with
سوي
it
بث
in order to
قبل
guard
سكر
against
بن
dragon
دقيقة.
fire.
So if we could recreate it,
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what
شو أخبارك؟ إن شاء الله بخير.
perhaps Bardolph and
تمام،
Obelisk
الحمد
might be
لله.
of assistance.
إن شاء الله دوم يا رب.
To them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
No, شلون العيد؟ خلاص كان.
Always.
كله تمام الحمد لله.
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
الحمد لله.
I'm sure either of these fine young minds would prove
شهوارك إن شاء الله
indispensable in
بخير.
my research.
الحمد لله.
I leave the decision as to who will
دوم الله
go
يحفظك إن شاء
in
الله.
your capable hands, Clive. So, Clive, have you made... Who will accompany you?
الله يحفظك. قاعد من النوم.
All right. So, what are we
قاعد من النوم.
I have
أنت قاعد
taken
من
the
النوم؟
liberty of preparing a list.
إيه.
والله ما أدري يمكن 2
Garlic.
3.
Conchos.
نفس
Are you
وقتي.
sure this is the
ما
right
أنت وايد.
list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items
لأن الساعة البيولوجية
they have
قعدتني.
potent effects that are rarely exploited.
تعرف هذه البيولوجية؟
Highly prized.
إيه.
So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
إذا تسمح لي أعدل عنوانك.
See you later, Clive.
إذا تسمح
Good
لي.
luck with your research.
الحمد لله على كل حال. أقول لك هذا شنو الأزرق
Where's Taya?
خلاص خلصته.
مناطق هذه تنتقل لها.
There's talk that the glass gate flooded. Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
Won't have
these.
you spoiling.
There you are, Taya.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is
الله
of the
يحفظك إن
essence,
شاء الله.
perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
What do you want?
لحظة شوفون اشتري. ثوم مكسرات.
What do you want?
وشار.
If that's what you want.
هذه حلقة كم؟ 8؟
What can I interest you in today? Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good fight.
Hopefully Taya's finished too.
شكرا.
Fresh cuts. Come and get them. Up. You'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
اوكي.
It does.
ضفت على العنوان تتوقع شنو؟ اوكي.
For what?
شباب شوفوا يسبني وانا كله احترمه.
يا ابوي قاعد اقول لك كلم دائما في اللعب، ولا تكلمني حاجه ثانيه قبله.
ايه هو العنوان.
لا يا حبيبي انت عندك مشكله في ربط المواضيع.
شباب انا وايد محترمه شباب.
يا رجال انا ما احترمك اصلا.
خلي الشعب تعليقات يبطونك بط. لا تحوس.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
لا تنفس.
ايش تسوي؟
دراني.
يلا
يا كريم شو اخبارك بعد؟
كله تمام الحمد لله. اخبارك طيب؟
يلا تمام يا رب. بشر شنو صار من احداث يعني خلال 15 دقيقة.
انت ما كنت موجود؟
لا يا حبيبي انا ايش دراني، انت دقيت علي ميوت.
روح اتفرج البث حق اخر مرة.
منو شنو صار؟
تواجهت مع ذاك العملاق.
اي
وصار عملاق فقعت وجهه، بعدين صار عملاق اكل كريستال، صار عملاق مرة ضخم، مرة عملاق كبير اكبر من الجبال يا رجال.
ما خفت؟
لا ما خفت يا رجال، كنت شجاع. ما يعني في الوقت هذاك كنت ما افكر الا في اني افوز.
طبعا ما مت.
لا ما مت. غضبت معاه، تسلقت على يده وتسلقت على ذيل وفجرته تفجر عقلته اصلا. وبعدين لما بعد ما فجرته فجأة رجع لي مرة ثانية يا عملاق، وانا وياه طايحين جوا الجبل تحت قاعدين نطيح سنة، قاعدين نطيح نتضارب واحنا طايحين لين ما قتلته.
اتمنى يصير بالكتب هنيك يعني الوضع صاير مزري بالمكان.
ما هي غرفتي؟
اي قدم شكوى.
It appears our work here is almost at an end.
Astaghfirullah.
I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn Daniel of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
ايش قاعد تسوي؟
أنا نفس.
شو الأصوات هذه؟ يبغى صوتك أصلا يقطع، ما نعرف ايش قاعد تقول.
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
طب شوفوا يا.
يبغى واحد عارف ايش قاعد تقول أصلا صوتك ما في صوت.
تمام
ها؟
وايد.
I went up to give some breeze to the tujurbo.
يلا فين الهوش؟ نبغى نتهاوش.
يا أخي أنت ما تخاف ما تخاف.
لا أنا ما يدخل في قلب الرعب.
يا أخي أنت شنو من ولد أنت؟
أنت تدري فين انولدت أنا أصلا؟
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. You'll be pleased
مع
to know
التنانين.
work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
أوف أوف أوف.
Hippocrates knew of a substance
حتى
that
جاني
highly resistant
تنين
to heat,
رباني يا رجال.
a coating that should provide the
اسمه
protection you
سيمبا.
need. He's supervising
وهذه ليش ما
the
تلبس
testing of the
عدل
shielding
هذا؟
as we speak.
Brilliant. I knew you
جوحر.
wouldn't let me down.
Thank me.
جوح.
I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
ايش قاعد تسوي في المايك؟
شنو يا أخي واحد ما يتنفس.
لا مو نفس هذا، انت ايش قاعد تسوي في المايك؟
سوي شيء يا أخي ما قاعد أسوي شيء. هذا ايش فيه هذا علي هذا اليوم؟
يا الله
روح تعبان.
أنا التعبان.
أنا اللي تعبان مو أنت اللي
أنا
تعبان.
تعبان.
أنا اللي تعبان.
أنا
شيك تعبان أنا خلاص كبرت.
Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
في وقت لاحق. شكلهم خلاص بنوا السفينة. ايش تقول؟
ما قاعد أقول هذا ايش فيه هذا ايش فيه علي هذا.
قلت شيء؟
قلت
ايش الأصوات هذه ها؟
It's finished. It's finally finished.
شباب شوفوا يا أخي هذا خفيف هذا.
Thank you, Clive.
يا أخي مزعج.
That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
يا أخي لا تعاملني نفس البوسات اللي باللعبة.
The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean.
Don't worry.
أنا بروحي تعبان.
Now we've got finish one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
ترى تعبان أنا أحس بجهد وعرق.
الله مسكين.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
شوف تحلم أحلام اليقظة تقول لك.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land.
زين يا الله.
So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
بنهرب الحين سفينة. سنهرب.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
من أول قاعد أجمع لكم حديد وتراب ومدري إيش خلاص.
Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twin. I swear, that girl would do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes helped him?
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
شو الرسالة؟ ولدي العزيز، لقد حققت رحلتي إلى كانفر نجاحا باهرا. لم يوافق الصديق الذي ذكرته على مشاركة محتويات خزينته الجديدة معنا فحسب، إذ وافق أيضا على مشاركة علمه الواسع حول ما يحدث في المدن الحرة. علمه الذي دلني على مساعي صديق محدد لديك، رغم اعتقادي أن مشروع السيدة تيلمون هو الانتربرايز الأكثر شجاعة، فإنني أشك أن السلطات في كانفر ستتهاون مع الاستخدام غير المصرح به لورش السفن مهما كانت مهملة. وإذا وصلت الشاعرة صديقي بالفعل أسر كلام كثير وأقول فلن يمضي وقت طويل حتى يهجم رؤساء النقابة علينا. لذا أكتب إليك هذه الرسالة، أريد أن أستعير منك رجلك قاف مدة يوم أو اثنين من أجل أن يساعد في مراقبة من يضمرون الشر لأخوياتنا الصغيرة، وليحذرنا من أي هجوم وشيك. أثق بأنك ستفكر مليا في هذا المقترح.
ممكن تقرأ من داخلك شوية؟
لا ما أقرأ من داخلي، أنا مسوي بث وأقرأ بصوت عالي. حسن أنا أوريك أنا كيف أقرأ ترجمة الحين. إذن هذا هو الأمر، جعلتنا ميد نقوم بكل أعمال القدر ثم بحر بعيد.
ولد خل أسمع الفويس شوي بس.
يبدو الأمر هكذا.
الفويس
حسنا
ثواني بس
لا يمكننا فعل شيء حال ذلك الآن، لكن في المرة القادمة التي تخطط فيها لزيارة سبيد قد ترغب في ربطها بشيء ما قبل أن تقترح الأمر لها. لا تقسو عليها، يجب أن أعترف أن العمل قد كان ممتع نوعا ما، الجميع مشارك، وكل هذا تماما مثل ما قمنا ببناء هذا المكان. أنت محق. على أي حال، هل كلنا مستعدون للتوجه للمقبل القديم؟ أود أن نصل لكانغر في الوقت.
حطيت ميوت ثواني.
Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. Right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take.
Assalamu alaikum.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
طلال.
نعم.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
في مكان ودك؟
لا، شوف لك نادي ثاني.
شباب ليش طلال يعاملني بقسم؟
شوف احنا قاعدين نحط الوردة عند قبره، قبر صاحبنا اللي مات قبل 15 سنة.
ايه بغيت اقول له الله يرحمه.
واضح انك ملحد. ها
استغفر الله.
تيرين
اتمنى الفاظك تكون نابية.
ها
الفاظك لا تكون نابية.
ها
ايه
ايش تقول؟
الفاظك لا تكون نابية لو سمحت.
ولكن سأقول هذا يا صديقي القديم، هوغو كوبكا مات ولم يعد ظل يخيم علينا. ذبحته علي.
If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning.
للحياة بداية ونهاية.
And an end.
طبعا.
خلاص ودعنا صاحبنا.
So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
كارن جل طول ذات اسمه.
What a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them.
أنا فخور فيك صراحة.
The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think
بنروح الإمبراطورية.
they've got the place. Stop here.
بنروح إمبراطورية.
Would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump
والله
with
مينا
you.
ده.
Scoots.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas.
صحيح.
You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
طلال قاعد مكلمني بالبث.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklab markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them traders pass and you'll be on your way.
نبغى فول تيم كلامته.
يا رجال زي ما تيجي.
ايوه يا طلو اديله عبيله. وين كبير القوم حمني. شوف حتى مادحني انت على مو شكلك.
يا رجال قل لي فين اكون هو كلمات.
قول له. طبعا وانت حاطه ميوت ما تدري. احس كذي. والله شكلك ترد عليه
لا رديت عليه.
يا من الصعب.
قلت له اجيب لك دحين حملني.
يا الناس تمدحني يا عمي.
بنروح امبراطورية ولا لسه؟
هي بنروح امبراطورية هي.
ان شاء الله شد الرحال. شد الرحال.
هي بروح امبراطورية. هي امنية حياتي امبراطورية.
صح نسيت اني
شوف هي بنروح امبراطورية هي.
ليش ما تحط لي صورة في الثمنيل؟
ها؟ على البث؟
حط لي صورة.
ابشر. شنو تبي احط؟
حط نفس الصورة حقتنا اللي في كل فيديو. اللي المفروض انك تحطها في كل فيديو، ما ادري عنك حطيتها ولا لا. ولا بتصدح. ليش ما تحط؟
هي
هذا غير الموضوع.
لا في بعض الشغلات يكون احلى اني ما احطها شو اسمه. يا عم ايش علمك انت؟
انت اللي ايش علمك؟ حط الصورة بس.
انزين يا شباب شنو هذا كله يآمرني؟ الله استغفر الله.
الله شوف النهر.
الحين اشوف النهر ولا احط لك الصورة؟
حط الصورة وبعدين شوف النهر. هناك ضربنا مع كبكة. شوف قدام ضربت مع كبكة. قدام قتلته. الفتحة هذيك بعدين كسرت هو كسر الكريستالة ولا لا؟ انا كسرت الكريستالة بعدين جلدته جلد.
حطيت لك صورة يلا.
خلينا نشوف تأكد بس. صادق
الصورة مربعة.
كيف الصورة مربعة؟ ما حطيت شيء.
اصبر لا حول ولا قوة الا بالله.
يلا حطيت هذه.
بس مو كاملة، مو عشان من شو اسمه موقع هذا يعني.
يلا
لأن أخوي من طريق الاستديو مال التليفون ما يطلع لي بث أخوي إني أعدل عليه إلا لما تخلص. عرفت أخوي؟
شكل النهر.
بشر طلع لي
الصورة.
طلعت الصورة.
إيه طلعت
بذمتك. إيه والله طلعت يا رجل. طلعت حتى عفيسة ما ادري شنو صايرة، مو كاملة صح؟
لا لا كويس.
حبيبي حبني.
لا
ابا ما يخلي.
لا تعال انت يا كلب.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
يا ابوي سري ما راح اكلمهم، حطيهم في نص الطريق عشان اكلمهم. هلا 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 سامي حياك الله.
هلا هلا سامي حياك الله. هلا هلا سامي. سامي قطيم. كم باقي المشترك على 1000 ان شاء الله؟ 35 مشتركا ان شاء الله وندش ال 1000.
بالراحة
يمدينا اليوم ندش 1000 مشترك بالغداء؟
ان شاء الله
ان شاء الله والله.
اي فيفا. نحن نلعب فيفا نلعب لكن تقريبا على 9 حملني صح. نحن دائما نلعب.
احتمال اليوم اشوف والله اشوف الوضع.
نزل راسك. ايوه راح فيها خلاص. الله يوفقك حبيبي. شكرا شكرا. يا اخي قول للرجال شكرا. يا اخي الرجال اشترك عملنا.
شكرا اشتركت والله كفو.
We've done the Republic a service.
طيب نحن ايش كنا قاعدين نسوي في المشن ده؟ ليش رايحين هنا اصلا؟ ايه يا رجال طبعا حبيبي حبيبي على عيني وراسي والله.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least.
ان شاء الله اليوم الساعة 9 كذا. في العادة نحن كل يوم تقريبا او غالبا الساعة 9 ننزل لستة ونلعب فيفا. لكن قبل كذا اسوي قبل 9 اسوي البثوث حق العاب ثانيه تشكيل وكذا.
اي والله اشترك صحيح كلامك.
شيء جبت وليت.
لا دشيت البيتا بشوفك.
والله احنا نشارك نجيب نلعب تايتل. لكن الدوري احتمال نشارك في دوريات رسمية مو اكيد. لكن احنا نشارك في بطولات يعني. لكن غالبا البثوث حقنا تكون يعني انه نلعب ديفيجن 1 ونحاول نجيب تايتل. هذا اغلب البثوث اللي عندنا فيها. الخطيئة الأخيرة جمهورية المكية.
So this is a Mekis.
إيش هذه الحفرة؟
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. A final battle took place.
هو عموما من ناحية الدوريات والبطولات فيها طبعا أكيد يبي له وقت وهذا وجهد وتعب وعرق وأمور هذه.
Perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the
أبشر راح نشارك ما عليك.
The gods emerged victorious.
أحد يعني ما شاء الله نادينا يملك كل المقومات النجاح.
سامي في نادينا أنت ولا لا؟
Dominance in Paris.
ما أتوقع.
To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse.
موجود في نادينا أنت في الجروب؟
The dominant inherited the throne.
حق FBI.
They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends
إن شاء الله نشارك في
were
دوريات.
always my favorites.
حلوة إنه كل فترة تلعب مباريات قوية، شيء مرة كويس.
He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
لأنه برضو في التايتل أحيانا في أندية كثير قوية لكن تطفل مثلا العدد وكذا فما تقدر تقابلهم.
It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
عشان يجيبوا تايتل. إيه عاد اختيارات حملني هذه.
The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
شنو السالفة شنو في شيء من وراي شنو
Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
هي الإمبراطورية في هذه الأثناء العاصمة الجديدة المقدسة قاعة الاجتماعات القصر الإمبراطوري هذا بيذبح ولده والله سحب عليه
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambre.
الله مسكين.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task.
الله الملكة لعبة
There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
ها؟ كيف كذا؟
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces.
It is time to show the world the true power.
الوسخ قاعد يدخل ولده في معارك ورا بعض عشان يموت.
Father, I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps? What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine. You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy. Sire, forgive me. This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
عفريته. دحين اجيهم يا رجال اخرب عليهم كل شيء. الطريق بس خلونا اوصل.
We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
مسويين باب.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline Dominion.
اهلا اهلا اهلا. شو اخبارك؟ الله يطول عمرك. شو اخبارك؟
Without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
والله ما ادري انا يا اخي والله العظيم ما ادري والله.
He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty.
Peaches and pears.
أسواق بوكلات جمهورية المكي.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Come and taste my peaches. They're sweet as...
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Good.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a band bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal and Buck lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Stops next to the checkpoint.
Out of my sight, wretch.
خلينا نروح. See that?
Bloody Crimson Caravans. Hurry, man. I must leave.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe.
Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them.
Oh, yeah.
And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
أخذنا الخط.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers.
نرجع نكمل على الساعة 8 إن شاء الله. يلا نشوفكم على خير.